Well, hello, everybody. One last time in 2015. My name is Isaac Rosenthal. Welcome to the Willamette Lane Center, and welcome to this YouTube broadcast of Lane United Football Club. Not a PDL game today. It's Bellingham United of the Evergreen Premier League in town for this last friendly of the season in Springfield. One more very important PDL game coming up for the Reds, and a chance with a road victory north of the border to finish fourth in the Northwest Division. And boy, would that be an accomplishment with the start to the season that we had this year. Lineups for Lane United today, a little bit of a different look up front. We'll get to that. But it starts at the back, Matthew Bersano, of course, and then the back four, Casey Chupfertle, Luke Connolly, Cristian Cataluña, and Deion Jones. Richy Hurtado is a holding midfielder, and then Raul Muntean, Armando Fio, making his first ever start for Lane United, and by all accounts, probably his first start of any kind in at least 2 years. He's had several knee injuries that have been sort of nagging. We saw him make an appearance briefly earlier this year, and he will get the go-ahead with the start from John Gallus today. Rounding out the midfield is Isma Fernández. And then up front, Cristian Cataluña and Jordan Jones. You will notice no Timothy Mueller in that lineup, and he's not in the 18 either for John Gallus, getting the day off today with that big game coming up against Calgary. Again, if the Reds can come away with 3 points north of the border, fourth place finish for them, and that would be great with the sort of start to the year they had. But all told, it's been pretty good for Lane United in all competitions anyway. 6-6-2. They do sport a 3-6-2 record in the PDL, but those 3 wins at home in a row, very good finish for them certainly, and we'll see what they have in store today in this kind of celebratory friendly to end the season. Bellingham United, as we mentioned, they play in the Evergreen Premier League. We've seen a couple of different teams with the Puget Sound, Vancouver Victory, as well as another friendly for Lane United this year. And those teams have a little bit better luck in the Evergreen Premier League, shall we say, than Bellingham United. Team in white today, 0-10-0 in their own league. But they have drawn a couple of games against PDL competition, so we will see what happens. But it's been a rough 2015 for Bellingham United. Goal differential, brace yourself for this one, of -28. And they have lost all of their goals all their games except for one have been multi-goal losses. So we'll see what the Reds can do with that, and we'll see more importantly if they can maintain focus going into that Calgary game. Throw-in coming up for the visitors. Also not available today, Josep Baldoví and Alex Pantoja. Pantoja injured, and Baldo also getting the day off, making sure that he will be at 100% in that Calgary game. So big ask for Jordan Jones up top today, create some of the offense, and Cristian Cataluña playing in that unusual for him forward role. Throw in straight to the box and headed away by Connolly. Hurtado trying to get in front of that to clear it out, and will do so, but taken right back by Bellingham. So good pressure from them starting off, not intimidated. I'll go back to get this one. 100 seconds into this game. Again, it is the final broadcast of the season, and we thank you for joining us each and every game, and hopefully you don't last, or hopefully we last a long time before you go to that mute button in defense. Played through and tipped away by Couto. But it's a season for Lane United. It is perhaps ending at the wrong time. Took them a while to find their stride, and they had a lot of injuries to deal with as well early on in the season, but really playing some good football as of late. Big 2-0 victory over the Portland Timber U23s. And a big one last time out as well, including a PK save for Matthew Bersano to preserve what was at the time just a 1-0 lead. Played out by Bersano. There is no Chris Lowermore on the bench today, by the way, so Bersano's going to have to make sure he stays healthy. Did see Brendan Anderson in goalie gloves in warm-up, or not Brendan Anderson, rather, but Casey Phillips wearing some goalie gloves in warm-up, so we will see. Casey is available today. And restart for Lane United. Isma Fernández on the ball. Plays forward for Jordan Jones and went over Jones's head, collected by the goalkeeper for Bellingham, Hector Gutierrez. Long ball played straight down the pitch, and Hurtado takes possession. Richie's done a great job coming into that holding midfielder role that had been occupied by Will Seymour. And Seymour, as is so often the case in the PDL, his season was cut short because he got a chance to play some pro ball. There's a shot from outside the box, confidently saved in the first attack for Lane United. But getting back to Will Seymour, the FC Dallas draft pick, now with the Vancouver Whitecaps organization. One step below the MLS and USL Pro. Some Lane United players, in addition to Seymour, may get some looks at that. Baldovi and Pantoa may get a chance with the RSL contingent in the USL. A lot of abbreviations there for you to digest as Hurtado tries to find Muntean. Does chip the ball forward to him. Here's a chance for Lane United getting toward the box, and corner kick coming up. Jordan Jones had that headed goal on the corner last time out, rounding out the 2-0 victory. Hurtado on the ball. Blocked. And there's a foul call there against Bellingham United. Not particularly thrilled with the call. Is Bellingham's number 10. Not on their roster. And it was Armando Fio who was knocked there and will take the free kick. Fio wearing the number 25 shirt for Lane United. Reds are back in red today after white jerseys the last 2 times out. Played forward, and Couto is going to try to chase that down. Connolly also there in assistance, and it's back to Bersano safely. Deion Jones with a touch. Back to Hurtado's. Lane United tries to organize, and one of the things we've talked about for them this season is getting the confidence passing in the middle of the park and in the attacking third that they have when they're just knocking it back in their own defensive third. Meanwhile, that's played through, and it's going to get to Jordan Jones. Trouble for Bellingham. Jones chips it through, and Gutierrez is there. Jones trying to chip it to Jones. Gutierrez straight to Deion Jones. Free kick taken. Just knocking back and restarting play. You'll notice the absence of my partner in crime, Lobo, today. Gabriel Hernandez, as youth coaches often are on a Sunday afternoon, busy with about 47 different games to coach. So his season is in the books, and if you do watch the game later, Lobo, thank you for all of your assistance this season, making me look all the more competent. Throw in for Lane United. And building again from the back. Hurtado for Deion Jones, who's in some space. Lane United do very well when they do use their fullbacks effectively in offense. Dirk Vanderveld has had a pretty effective season. Might not show up statistically that much, but he's made good runs and had some good balls in. Dirk also getting some rest before that Calgary game today, but is available on the bench for selection, and you'd expect we might see him in the second half. A lot of substitutions in the PDL. Foul in the middle of the field, goes against Bellingham. Ninth minute here. And Lane United still playing slowly, deliberately, trying to find the right openings here. Played to the wing for Jones, and now forward for Muntean. Tried to do a little bit too fancy. But Deion Jones wins it back for Richy Hurtado. Diagonal ball played, and just a touch on that defensively. And still playing it in the middle of the park are Bellingham, doing a good job weathering the storm so far. We have seen Lane United kind of jump on teams when they do know they are maybe just that one step above them. The Liga Unida game coming to mind. That game took 5 or 10 minutes for Lane United to get started, and then it was just a barrage of goals from that point on. We could be in for something like that today, but again, despite that 0-10 and 0 mark in their own league, Bellingham has stepped up this season when they've had to play against PDL competition. Connolly up for Jordan Jones, and now back to the middle of the field. Deion Jones now. Jones trying to tiptoe into the box. Lost possession of the ball. Had Raul Muntean on the wing, but it was taken away from him, and now right back for Armando Fio. Fio rips a shot. That'll go wide. And Hector Gutierrez for the goal kick here. Can't quite tell what is on the goalie jersey for him, but almost looks inside out from here. Hurtado pushed off the ball, but he's going to try to go back to it and win it. He does. Back towards him again. Isma Fernández off his chest. Back to Fio, and now played for Cristian Cataluña and Deion Jones. Great to see the Willamette Lane Center at its full capacity here, just in everything it can do for sports in the community and youth sports. There are about 3 different youth soccer games going on around us here. Always good to see kids being active and productive. It's one of the end goals for the Civic Stadium, which we'll see what happens with that now after the tragedy there a couple weeks ago, but an insured facility and hopefully a rebuilt facility at some point that can foster its own youth tournaments as well as perhaps Lane United's future. We'll be back here next year though. Bellingham to take the throw in end of the 12th minute, nearly the 13th. And back to Gutierrez. And alluded to those 2 draws that Bellingham have had against PDL competition. One of them against the Puget Sound Gunners, One of them, though, against the Sounders U23s, and those are no slouches in Seattle. Of course, kind of a local rivalry there, maybe some extra motivation really for both of those games. The locality of the rivalry, a little bit different here, but still two Northwest foes. Shot comes through, blocked. It'll go back for Deion Jones. Jones plays it in. The shot actually deflected. Isma Fernández with the finish. And that was not the prettiest goal you will ever see, but it counts every bit the same. Deion Jones had a part involved in that. I think the last touch before it went in was Isma Fernández, but just about everybody who was on the pitch had a little bit to play there. And red smoke emerging from the Red Aces.
Isma Fernández. He's assisted by number 19, Jordan Jones.
And the goal is announced as Isma from Jordan Jones. Believe that is the first Isma Fernández goal of the season. So always good to see more production, and it has been one of the talking points this year. Lane United having trouble finding goals from people that are not Timothy Mueller. He does a very good job of scoring them, though, so when he's on the field, really no sense not relying on him. But off the pitch today, so other folks have to step up, and they have so far. Cristian Cataluña. At the back, Armando Fio. Wouldn't it be nice to see Armando score today? Red Ace is playing nice with the visiting keeper, as always. Armando Fio, the lone Brazilian on this Lane United team. Of course, a lot of talk of the Spanish Armada that came over, and some good results out of them this season, Alex Pantoja in particular. But Pantoja injured in that last game against Washington Crossfire, not available today. Do hope to see him and Josep Baldoví both back against Calgary, and would expect to see Timothy Mueller as well with plenty of time to rest up. Chipped in, Jordan Jones's head! Save Gutierrez. Well done, and fans appreciative of the shot and the save. Though I think they didn't care for the save as much as the shot. Bellingham trying to respond. They've had a couple of better moments than others in this game, but haven't looked entirely overmatched, at least not yet. Soccer can be a sport where it's very hard to hide, though. Persano to Isma Fernández. Now Fio. Fio to Jones. And Cristian Cataluña slipped on the turf here. Nice soccer-specific field at Willamette Lane Center. It is artificial turf, and we know how soccer players sometimes feel about that, but the ball plays pretty well here. Offside, so Bersano to restart.
No.
Middle of the field. Bellingham trying to get something going offensively. And they play to the back. And players falling down all over the place. That'll make life a little easier for Deion Jones as he chases this one down. Jones for Couto. And Cataluña back for Connolly, and pass is not quite on target here from both teams. And the ball glued to the middle of the field for the moment. Hurtado steps in the way of that, but goes right back to a Bellingham foot. Now here's a dangerous opportunity in the shot, and that one could have been a lot more dangerous. Ended up rolling pretty harmlessly right into Matthew Bersano's well-positioned gloves. And that shot came from number 14 for Bellingham. Number 14 also not on the roster from their website. Playing at the back now. And still trying to set up the attack, but very deliberately so, playing all the way from the back, and good defensive pressure from Isma Fernández.
Please report to the merchandise table to pick up your face wash. Terry Hammond.
Connolly steps in front of that. And United content to just sort of sit and wait for the right opportunity here, and maybe this is it on the counterattack. Deion Jones touched up for Isma Fernández, and now back to Hurtado. Hurtado, Cataluña, back to Richy. And trying to play the combination ball there, but not on the same page was Muntean. And now attacking again is Bellingham, and that pass with not much intent on it. Jordan Jones takes a bad collision there. Jones may still get to that and has to be shielded out. Will be a throw-in, not a goal kick, but good advanced position for Lane United, parallel with the box. Deion Jones will take the throw. We'll see if he plays short for Fio. He does, rather than going long direct to the box. And another throw-in is Fio's run into, and you do sort of hold your breath a little bit every time Armando Fio takes any kind of a contact. Just don't want him. Oh, what a goal there from Richy Hurtado. It's a beautifully lifted ball into the top corner. And he goes right to the Red Aces to celebrate. May be our best finish of the season there.
Goal for Lane United FC, number 8, Richy Hurtado.
Sometimes you just got to try things, and Hurtado tried a shot there, and I think he enjoyed the results. Great bending finish on that one. So 2-0, 20th or 21st minute, and a healthy dose of red smoke after that goal. Now Armando Fio on the ball, and this is where you wonder what kind of game it's going to become. Can Bellingham respond, and will this just be a high-scoring affair, or will this turn into what we saw against Liga Unida, where Lane United drop a goal every 5 or 10 minutes? I'd like to see more goals like that. Hurtado's goal certainly a little bit prettier than Isma Fernández's, but again, they both count for exactly one goal on the scoreboard. Cristian Cataluña, briefly for Muntean, and now back to Deion Jones, and back to Raul, who moves around a little bit. He fires a shot, and that one nearly makes its way through the red smoke and into the goal. And there's really no sense saving any of that smoke for the rest of the season, so I think the Red Aces are going to have themselves some fun today. Goal kick. And falling over on that play is a Bellingham United player. Goes back to Lane United, and again, they'll set up the right play here. Armando Fio. Fio back to Couto and all the way back to Deion Jones. Is Lane United moving a little bit the wrong way, but all with a purpose. And Cristian Cataluña back to Hurtado. Hurtado with a nice ball there, but not able to run all the way through to that one would have been Isma Fernández. Another goal kick coming after that just rolled harmlessly out of play. And bounces off a couple heads, and now back in possession is Lane United. Armando Fio lost it there, but right back to Hurtado to clean it up. Long ball there, and tried to play maybe for Deion Jones, but it was stopped on its way through. Cristian Couto nearly lost it there, and another ball played forward, trying to find Deion Jones on that direct route that Timothy Mueller scored so many goals on this season. Mueller, as of the close of the last broadcast, tied for first PDL wide in scoring. Cristian Cataluña. Muntean tried a shot, it was blocked. Muntean on it still. Raul Muntean played through, and Jordan Jones with the finish. It's 3-0. So Jones from Muntean. And you guessed it, more red smoke. 25th minute now.
Goal for Lane United FC, number 19, Jordan Jones. He was assisted by number 20, Raul Muntean.
And Lane United not having to work particularly hard for that goal. So we'll see again. The challenge in a match like this at this point for Lane United just becomes one of focus. You want to maintain that clean sheet and continue dropping goals every little bit. Of course, a much different task on hand when Lane United play next, and we will not, unfortunately, have that game for you. Tried to throw it together, but a little hard to get a Canadian broadcast set up. Armando Fio on the ball. And Deion Jones standing in acres of space on the far near side wing. This comes back for Lane United. Fio fights through a little bit of contact. And now back to Armando Fio, and he's taken down, and that's a booking. And we'll see if Armando Fio is a little bit slow to get up. I think he's just resting there. And indeed is pulled up off the ground, so he has taken more knocks at this game, it seems, than any other player. Been fouled several times. But tough guy, he'll stay out there. Richy Hurtado for Deion Jones. Jones back to Muntean. Muntean plays the ball there and maybe trying to find Jordan Jones's head, but plucked out of the air by Gutierrez, who's getting a little bit tired of taking the ball out of the back of his own net. Bellingham played all right through the first 12 minutes or so, but haven't had much of an attack since then. Will that change here? They move up the wing. Cross comes into the box, and Still in the box with it, and there's a shot, and forced everyone here to hold their breath. The crowd did fill out nicely. It was a late arriving crowd. Crossfire game had a season high attendance of 541 announced. Deion Jones for Cristian Cataluña, but taken away by Bellingham. 28th minute. Good play there from Hurtado, who has really just continued to impress the last 5 games or so. Offside against Bellingham. Richy from Girona, Spain. Only Catalonian among the Spanish group. Cristian Couto. And now back for Muntean. Muntean to Hurtado. Hurtado with options, and he plays it direct for Muntean, who makes one move and finds himself in a little bit of space. Now back, chipped in. Bicycle kick attempt, and boy, if he's going to find a game to score one of those in, this is probably the game. That's one of the things that has been on the media guide Chris Burke puts together from day one of this season is Jordan Jones really likes those. And we'll see if he gets another opportunity. I, for one, am hoping for it. Raul Muntean, and back for Deion Jones. That one, they try to play through direct on the ground, and it's taken away by Bellingham. They will move up the pitch. That one Bersano had to worry about for all of about a second or two, but he's easily to it first. No shot comes of the attack.
Just a reminder, fans, Oakshire Brewing Line Drive Rye IPA, Reclamation Lager, and Espresso Stout are now all pouring at the beer garden.
And of course, Lane United FC would like to thank their official jersey, most importantly beer, and broadcast sponsor, Oakshire Brewing of Eugene. I'd also like to take this moment to remind you today's broadcast brought to you in part by KMTR News Source 16 in Eugene. KMTR is Lane United FC's official media partner. Muntean on the ball for Hurtado again. Isma Fernández. And back to Fio. So 3-0 the score for Lane United at this point. And it's been a pretty comfortable one. Some gorgeous goals. Richy Hurtado's in particular will be on any season highlight reel put together for Lane United. And Jordan Jones's goal came from nice creation from Raul Muntean, and then the first goal was maybe the ugliest one of the group, but again, they all count just the same. Foul called against the Reds here. "32nd minute. Reds trying to get possession back here. It's a brief spell of play for Bellingham. And it's a dangerous play, but Bersano plucks it out of the air as he keeps himself occupied. It's no PK save, but still a good one. Clearance was headed into touch by Bellingham, so Jordan Jones throws in, and we'll wait for a substitution to take place. The traditional 33rd minute substitution. So Couto with it now. Bellingham moving up the pitch. And over the head of Deion Jones. Chip through. Cristian Cataluña chests it away. Casey Hurtado knocks it into touch, and it's a throw-in for Bellingham. So here we go again. Isma Fernández, Luke Connolly. And this is an eon of sustained possession by Bellingham United standards for this game. They do get it into the box, and there it is for Lane United. That went through the legs of Fio, and it's a chance for Bellingham. The shot deflected, and Bersano has to run to pick that one up. He's getting his exercise today. Not stationary at all. Fernandez tried to save that one, couldn't do it though, so throw-in coming for the visitors. 35th minute. And the Dairy Mart cow has made its way to the broadcast. Isma Fernández this time keeps it in play as he just puts a foot through it. Still Bellingham on the ball. And Corbin May was recently subbed on to the field for Bellingham. Deion Jones plays it up, and now Armando Fio. Fio tries to feed Jordan Jones, but instead collected by Gutierrez. Last 10 minutes of the first half here, Lane United trying to maintain the clean sheet and maybe add one more. They've been pretty good the last 10 minutes of halves and been better the first little bit of second halves the last couple games. Deion Jones for Couto, back to Jones. And Jones is pickpocketed. Chance for Bellingham with numbers, but Lane United recover quickly. Fullback coming behind the man there, trying to make a run. They get to there. Played in and headed away by Lane United. Ball rolls out and another throw in for Bellingham. 37th minute. A couple of players run into each other there. Bellingham maintains possession. And Deion Jones on there. Played through to the middle and a miss hit there. Not quite able to run and save it is Bellingham, so throw in for Lane United. Apologize, not able to ID many Bellingham players. Their numbers not doing a great job lining up with the roster on the website. Armando Fio with the ball for Couto. And now back to Fio. Fio plays it for Deion Jones and gets it right back. Trying to play it through to the middle and just a little bit too direct and simple there. I think you still are entirely satisfied with play in the first half if you're Lane United. 3-0's an okay score through 38 minutes. And again, at this point in the game, for the rest of it, the nothing becomes the more important half of it, trying to play clean defense. And the challenge after this game is being able to get up to PDL level competition again. There is no playoff contention for Lane United. That's not going to happen regardless of the result in Calgary, but a very different feel to the year, finishing 4th versus 5th in this very competitive Northwest Division, arguably the best in the PDL. Back underway after the free kick. Richy Hurtado on the ball. And Connolly back to Bersano. Bersano doing a good job staying focused today. Hasn't made to make too many saves, but has had to pluck a couple crosses out of the air. That touch right back and forth. Lane United won a handball, won't get it. And now they do. The advantage played. Good combination there involving Cristian Cataluña moving all the way up the pitch from a fullback, or a center back position rather. Dangerous free kick position from very close to the same spot where Richy Hurtado found the postage stamp earlier. This time there would be a wall in the way, and it doesn't look like Hurtado is going to be the one to take it. The ball has been put down. The referee will mark 10 yards, and then the players will inch forward from that point, as is tradition. Deion Jones and Raul Muntean standing behind the ball. You'd think one of them to take. And it is Muntean, and the shot on target, but saved. Well done there. Just forced Gutierrez to think. Always better testing the keeper than not. Goal kick made, and
remember to sign up for Lane United FC summer camps online. Lane United FC will be hosting one more session of summer camps in early August.
Here's a dangerous opportunity for Bellingham, nearly, but good recovery from Lane United. Long shot, and that one hits the referee association banner. Maybe some subtext to that shot. Bersano plays short on the goal kick. Long direct ball played, trying to find Cataluña, but it goes out of play. 41st minute. Tail end of this first half. Touch for Fernandez back to Fio. Now all the way back for Connolly to Bersano. Couto for Deion Jones, and the whistle came late there, but the ball was 2 or 3 feet over the touchline. And we're having trouble working out the throw in here. Take 2. It is Muntean pressuring, and that was a cross hit through. Edge of the box, and now moving out with it are Lane United. Richy Hurtado on the ball. Jordan Jones up top. Hurtado knocks it off a defender and into touch, and Lane United get to set up this time with a throw in. They play direct though. And another clearance. Watch out on the opposite field there. Casey Chubb Fertile to throw in. It's a name we haven't called too many times yet today. Cleared out again. Slid in to keep it in the right half of the pitch by Lane United, but Bellingham retained possession. Still at the back and good pressure from Lane United. They've been mixing it up a little bit with their pressures. Now they make Bellingham have to really work to get it even on the right side of the field, taking away Couteau. And Deion Jones all the way back for his friend. Hurtado back for Casey. You'd like to see Chubb Fertile make a couple more runs up the pitch, or perhaps he's under direction not to. One thing that was missing a little bit from that crossfire game and did change when Jones came on to replace him. Taken away by Fio. Good job there, winning the ball cleanly. And Raul Muntean is slid into, but the ball was won first and cleanly. And no argument from Lane United. Bellingham at the back. Moving through the midfield here. A little bit less pressure than we saw 2 or 3 minutes ago. On Bellingham, they're allowed to make their passes and set something up. And Fio wins it. Isma Fernández, Deion Jones overlapping. Now back for Fernández. Fernández may take a shot, plays it through to the box, may get it back, may still. Now Deion Jones fires, and that'll go wide. 15 seconds left in regular time in the first half. 3-0 the score for Lane United. Goals coming from Isma Fernández cleaning up the trash. Richy Hurtado scoring a gorgeous goal, and Jordan Jones taking a feed from Raul Muntean for the third one. Isma Fernández wanted that, but it didn't quite work out for him. Into first half stoppage time now officially. And as it always is, absolutely anybody's guess how much stoppage time we'll get. Played through to Bersano. Bersano puts his foot through it. And there come the whistles. That'll do it for the first half of play. A very nice 3 goals for Lane United in the first half. We'll see what the second half brings. For the moment, though, we'll take the headset off. Don't go anywhere. Well, we are back for the second half of play. It's 3-0 at the moment, Lane United leading, and we'll recap those goals one more time for you. Isma Fernández, for now, is the goal scorer on the first goal, although it may or may not have been across the line at the time. Jordan Jones had the assist and possibly the goal as well. The second goal of the game was probably the best goal Lane United have scored all season. Richy Hurtado from about 30 yards just unleashed a rocket that found the top corner. And then Jordan Jones from Muntean just sort of dribbling through the box for the third goal. Here's Muntean again, speaking of dribbling through the box, but couldn't get back to it in time for the easy finish. Has to go back out to Armando Fio. Fio would love to get a goal today. Now Muntean again, and Muntean was pushed down, but long after the ball had been played, so the referee not interested in giving that as a PK, and really no reason to here. Lane United again on the ball, Jordan Jones. As we stay hydrated up here in the broadcast area, another moment to remind you that Lane United FC would like to thank its official jersey, beer, and broadcast sponsor, Oakshire Brewing of Eugene. And we'd like to take this moment to remind you that today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by KMTR News Source 16 in Eugene. KMTR is Lane United FC's official media partner. Moving at the back, and Luke Connolly on the ball now. Haven't spotted subs for Lane United yet. We'll alert you if we do. Isma Fernández on the ball. Fernández fires, and again, it goes right toward that referee association banner. That went up and over it, though. Corner coming for Muntean to take. Jordan Jones, the primary target, one would think, in the middle. Did see one new face out there for Bellingham United. That's headed away, but back to Cristian Cataluña. Cataluña fires through and took an odd deflection or two, eventually to Hector Gutierrez. 48th minute now. Just played defense to defense. Isma Fernández making life difficult, and throw-in coming for Bellingham United. Off of Bellingham player's back, and it hits right for Luke Connolly. Now Richy Hurtado hounded a little bit, able to play it for Casey Chubb-Fertile. And now back to Hurtado. Hurtado has been moving around every inch of the pitch today, and as we mentioned, has the best goal so far. Here's an opportunity for Bellingham, and Bersano makes the save. Considering the gulf in class, perhaps, between these two teams, literally different leagues, and Bellingham not so much success in the Evergreen Premier League this season. 0-10-0 with a negative 28 goal differential in league play. But Bersano has not been bored today, I think. He's had to kind of make a couple saves, had to plop some crosses out of the air, probably exactly what he would like, just enough to stay warm, stay in the game, and stay on focus, but not enough that he's had to think too hard about much of anything. And a lot of that due to the defense in front of him. Speaking of that defense, Armando Fio takes it away and plays it back for Casey Chubb-Fertile and back to Bersano. Touch for Couteau and Muntean. And Hurtado back to Couteau. Muntean for Cataluña. Deion Jones, far wing. Muntean plays one touch forward. Chipped in, Jordan Jones, header! Not finished, Chubb Fertile across the box. Still not finished. Back for Lane United. Deion Jones with the shot, and I think I may have been next in line to take a shot in that sequence. Deion Jones was on target, but not in the back of the net, and Bellingham with the ball and a free kick. So Lane United have had very good second halves in this little three-game perfect streak that they've been on. Against Crossfire and Portland in particular, they went into the half tied 0-0 and ended up winning those games 2-0. Bellingham may have gotten away with playing that one out of play. Lane United certainly thought so, but allowed to play on, and now a throw in and a giveaway. Opportunity for Bellingham. Connolly trying to clean it up. Shot comes through, blocked, and not able to just clear the garbage here, Lane United. Cross comes in, header, side netting. Little bit uneasy sequence for Lane United there. Armando Fio on the ball. Good to see more than a solid half of action for Armando Fio. Multiple knee injuries he's recovering from, making his first start in any kind of a competitive match in probably 2 years. Isma Fernández chips the shot there. Gutierrez had to think about it, but he made the save. Deion Jones moving up, shielding possession, trying to win something. Couldn't do it, had it taken away. Bellingham on the ball now. Jones pressuring defensively at the back. Hurtado trying to win that one. Good job there. The man wearing number 3 for Bellingham United. Gabriel Zaccanini, according to my roster.
Through the club's official website, LaneUnitedFC.com. Keep track of community events, new player announcements, and all.
And here come the Reds again. Isma Fernández.
Lane United's official Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram feeds.
Jordan Jones for Fio. Fio, not a lot of options. Instead, he just tries to move along that touch line. Now back for Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones, who plays with Mueller for the Beavers, and one played to the middle. Isma Fernández had a shot that went wide. Substitution coming up. It is a Lane United substitution, which is good because it means we'll know who it is coming onto the pitch. Richy Hurtado getting some high fives, and that will be the end of his night. Cannot say enough about that goal he scored in the first half. Re-rack the tape on that one if you can. Solid 30-yard strike, and very well may be Lane United's goal of the season.
Number 8, Richy Hurtado. Number 23, Dirk Vandervelde.
So Dirk Vandervelde comes on for Hurtado. We'll see if anyone slides into that holding midfielder role, and maybe Dirk plays his familiar fullback position. For right now, looks like he's a like-for-like switch with Hurtado. Played through for the middle. Isma Fernández had it, lost it. Comes for Casey Chubfertle. Played through for a header, but no one able to catch up with that cross. Out of play, throw in Bellingham. The Reds have not been without chances in this second half, but I don't think you can be too critical of a team leading 3-0 after 55 minutes. Deion Jones flips it back to himself, and still back. He and Cataluña tried to win that one, but it was taken away by Bellingham, and a foul called there. Throw in John Gallus. If you do happen to be watching this game in the Eugene Springfield area and you are not on hand, or if you are on hand and maybe listening with the however many second delay and probably disorienting yourself quite a bit, but getting ahead of myself here, if you are in the Eugene Springfield area, we do invite you after the game to come out with Lane United to the Oakshire Public House at 2nd and Madison. There will be merriment and there will be responsible consumption. Lane United FC does remind you to always drink responsibly. Persano playing direct on the goal kick. Jordan Jones trying to win it. And has to be headed out of play by Bellingham for a throw in. Casey Chubb Fertile. Touched into touch again, and another throw in coming. And we have a child on the field. And a child collected and off the field. Crisis averted. First responders always on hand. And who knows, maybe the child will score by the end of the night, or at least get a tryout. For Jordan Jones, flipped on, and Jones tried to just chip it up and then head it himself, but Hector Gutierrez was there. Credit has to be given for Bellingham United for continuing to play hard down 3-0. I don't think they consider themselves out of this game yet. Deion Jones back for Couteau. Couteau, not a name we've called too many times this season, but very talented player. One of the Spanish Armada brought over. Cristian from Madrid, the only Madrileño in the squad. We've seen him at the center of defense today, but usually more of a fullback. Has had some injury struggles this season, and who hasn't for Lane United? Definitely one of the challenges John Gallus and company have to deal with in a league that the season is as short as this is. You're not really able to afford injury issues. Cataluña to the box, taken away, but a desperation clearance out and a throw-in coming for Lane United, still in the attacking third. Dirk van der Velde. Van der Velde, another red, playing in an unusual position for himself today. Cristian Cataluña in that position as well. We've seen him usually more as a midfielder, but playing as a true forward today. Van der Velde, normally a fullback, playing as kind of a holding mid. And that's what these games are for. They're for experimentation. Muntean on it for Cataluña. Cataluña trying to play it to the box, and it slid away. Cristian Cataluña has a piece taken out of him there. And looked a little more dramatic at first than I think it actually is. He seems to be back up on his feet. And Deion Jones takes a throw-in. For Van der Velde, and now Cataluña. Cataluña, and still some desperate stuff inside their own penalty area for Bellingham. Now they move out. And now if they really hurry, perhaps a counterattack. Bellingham on the ball. Taking away Luke Connolly. Cataluña with the touch for Connolly, but misplayed. Bellingham on the ball again. 60th minute, so approaching officially the 1 hour mark in this game. And it's been a good job by Bellingham United weathering the storm after going down 3-0. A solid 15 minutes of play in this second half, and maybe a solid 20 minutes or so, or even 30 since the last Lane United goal. So again, it is the final broadcast of the season, the final home game of the season, but one more very, very, very important PDL game for Lane United, thus the resting of Josep Baldoví, thus the resting of Timothy Mueller. Lane United will be heading north of the border to face the Calgary Foothills organization, and a win for the Reds in that game would mean a fourth-place finish in this very competitive PDL Northwest Division, just one spot out of the playoffs. And with the way that the season sort of started with the stumble as the shot goes high there, fourth place would certainly feel very, very good for the Galluses. Also worth noting for the Reds this year, it has been a very good home campaign. And after the challenging first 3 weeks, 5 wins and 1 tie from 8 matches, home and away all told since the start of June, the Reds are 6-2-1 here at the Willamette Lane Center. That is, of course, in all competitions. Goal kick will come here. And Cataluña. Isma Fernández on the ball. We might have a new keeper in there for Bellingham United. Do seem to recall him wearing a blue shirt in the first half, and that is very much green currently. Fio on the ball, back for Vandervelde. If you happen to follow Dutch golf in the 90s, you might know the Vandervelde name. If you say you have, though, I'm not entirely sure I'd believe you, but who knows? Maybe some golf nerds among us today. 63rd minute now. Reds still holding on to that 3-0 lead.
Substitution for Lane United FC, coming in for number 20, Raul Muntean. Number 12, Matthias Binder.
And Matthias Binder onto the pitch for Raul Muntean. Binder been a bit of a spark plug for Lane United off the bench this season. Had a lot to do with that 2-0 win against the Portland Timber U23 organization. That was the home version of that match. It was 2-0 in both of those games, with the home team winning in both of those games. That's too far out in front of Deion Jones, and he commits a foul there, and he's about not quite as big as the man he fouled, and anytime you knock over a bigger guy, the referee will notice and think you must have done something wrong. Again, the official company line, though, is that the referee had the angle to make that call. And I didn't, so I won't make the call. He has his job and I have mine. You at home, of course, do not have to play by the same rules. Jordan Jones on the ball. Jones turning. Thought about the shot. Now he'll take it! And that one was in before it was out. Jordan Jones attacks the corner flag after attacking the bottom corner. 4-0 the score, 65th minute. Jones with his second, perhaps third of the game, will have to go to the replay for that first goal. For this one, we know it was Jones. And until they run out of smoke, the Red Aces will go back to it.
goal. He was assisted by number 12, Matthias Binder.
And moments after we talked about Matthias Binder's contributions off the bench, he finds his way onto the score sheet, earning an assist on that goal from Jordan Jones. 3 of the 4 goals today for Lane United officially with assists on them. I think that's something that will make any coach grin from ear to ear. 66th minute again, focus for Lane United. One would think would be defensive and possessional from here on out. The task is done. Jordan Jones, though, foul called, and it's against big number 19. For one, I'm still hoping to see Jones try that bicycle kick again. We saw him go for it, and the kick itself was an instructional video. The ball just wasn't on the foot, which is a rather important part of scoring. Another foul called against Lane United there. Matthias Binder knocked over a man who's a little bit bigger than him and will once again get the foul called as such. Throw in for Bellingham now, 67th minute. It's a 4-0 lead for your Reds. Thrown in and touch there for the freshest Bellingham player on the field. And United, though, take possession. Cataluña had a touch back. And now back for Kata. Kata chasing it down. Kata, it's chipped in and headed away Bellingham. Bellingham still on the ball, 68th minute now. And the foul against the folks in white. Free kick for your Reds. Vandervelde a touch for Fio, or Couto rather. Matthias Binder slides it forward, trying to find Isma. Now it's back for Lane United, attacking again and trying to get it to Jordan Jones, taking away Bellingham.
Lane United FC coming in for number 27, Casey Chubb for total. Number 11, Amer Sasivarevic.
Amer Sasivarevic into the game as Binder takes a long shot and one maybe a little closer than it looked. Sasivarevic replaces Casey Chubb for tall. And 418, the official announced attendance today. Been pretty good attendance all season for Lane United, hovering between 300 and 500. 541, the high water mark, and that was in that last game against Washington Crossfire. And United trying to defend, but Bellingham doing a good job of sustaining the attack here as they break into the box. Good pressure defense from Lane United and taken entirely away. Matthias Binder on the ball. Binder tried to play it through for Jones. It was stepped in front of by Bellingham. And now it's the United in white making an attack. Bellingham still in possession. Chipped in, trying to play across there, and it does get back to Bellingham after it was initially knocked away by Lane United. But Binder there to pickpocket. Oh, and the foul called. The Red Aces making their opinions clear on the matter. The chant is "You fell over." but it was enough to draw the foul, and there is only one man whose opinion matters on the subject, and unfortunately it is not me, and it is not anyone in the Red Aces. The dude in the green shirt giving the foul for Bellingham. We do have his name, so we'll share the wealth and share the information here. The center referee today, Lucas Brooks, assisted by Andrew Merihart and William Baldwin. Free kick comes through right at the Lane United wall and cleared out towards midfield. Jordan Jones will try and win it. And now Dirk Vandervelde with some fresh legs does do so. Vandervelde plays direct and now to the wing for Cataluña into the box. Cataluña's shot! That was the netting behind the goal. I think it fooled a few fans though. Sub coming for Lane United, and it'll be Stadler for Connolly. Again, it was Amer Sasivarevic for Casey Chubb-Fertile moments ago. Now Stadler for Connolly. Sasivarevic has been a good speedy wing player for Lane United and has been a big part of the attack. You might remember perhaps the most exciting 10 minutes of the season was the last 10 minutes of the Seattle Sounders U23 game here at the Willamette Lane Center. Reds trailed 2-0 for most of that game until Amer Sasivarevic laid a beautiful cross to Timothy Mueller's forehead. And if you've been following us this season, you know the rest of what happens when something is played beautifully to Timothy Mueller. He plays it beautifully to the back of the net. That became 2-1. The Reds did actually put the ball in the back of the net in stoppage time, although ruled no goal due to an accurate foul call against the Reds. Here they are again. Sasivarevic with the goal. Talk about right place, right time. All he had to do was hit that with the side of his foot. There was no goalkeeper to be found. Cristian Cataluña with the assist, and again, an assisted goal for Lane United. And that has been the case pretty much every goal they've scored today, with the one exception, at least on my notes, being Richy Hurtado's goal. That may itself have had an assist, but all you remember from the Hurtado goal was the finish itself. 30-yard strike into the near post top corner. Is that Binder on the Binder's assist? Who had the assist? And Cataluña did have the assist on that goal if you didn't hear it the first time. So good for Cataluña to find the score sheet as well. He's been one of those players whose impact has been a little bit more nuanced on the season, has not recorded a point to this point, but did a lot of the work for Amer Sasivarevic there. So it's a 5 spot on the scoreboard, 74th minute of play, as we approach the 75th, traditionally last call for beer sales for those at the ground. We remind you again that you at home are, of course, compelled to follow no such rules. And if you are in the Eugene Springfield area, do head out to 2nd and Madison after the game. Will be plenty of Lane United friendly faces there, and there will be much merriment. Bellingham attacking, Dirk Vandervelde taking the ball away. Stadler back to Bersano. And a reminder, I suppose if you are in the Eugene Springfield area and you haven't made it out to a Lane United game yet, or maybe you're up I-5 in Portland or down I-5 somewhere else, do see us next season. It is a great atmosphere here, great for the family, great for the kids, and great beer poured. You really have no excuse not to attend. So here are the Reds again. It's 5-0 now. It may well be 6 or 7 or 8 by the end of the night. There's a long shot off the ad boards.
Fans, it is now last call for beer in the beer garden. However, there will be a post-game celebration at the Oakshire Brewery following the game. Join the Red Aces and the home team for a end of the home season celebration.
They just announced the Oakshire celebration on the PA here, and it may be the first time in the history of organized professional sports that last call was followed by the word however. But such is the case when you are sponsored by a local microbrewery, and Oakshire does very, very good work. And that is not just the Leyden United half of me talking either. Headed forward by Leyden United for Jordan Jones, but Jones hounding the keeper there, forcing play from Bellingham. Now here come Bellingham United.
Gentlemen, correction on the location of the post-game celebration. Instead of the Oakshire Brewery, it'll be the Oakshire Public House at 2nd and Madison.
Corner coming for Bellingham United. 77th minute. They trail by 5. And again, it's been a long, long year for Bellingham United. Although this has been unlike some of their other PDL friendlies. Actually had better luck against some of the Seattle area PDL teams than they have against their own Evergreen Premier League foes. And somewhere Deion Jones made his way, Devontae Small made his way onto the pitch. Didn't catch that substitution as it happened, but number 15 is out there for Leyden United. Amer Sasivarevic on the ball. Sasivarevic back for Binder. And there is Devontae again. Back for Armando Fio. Playing through the box, Van der Velde, and too far out in front of Devontae. Seen much of the Leyden United bench make its way onto the pitch. We have yet to see Christian De Luis. We have yet to see Matt Arbogast. We'll see. This would be a great time to get Matt Arbogast some playing time.
United FC.
He has not made an appearance all season. Still sort of struggling with an injury he suffered during the Oregon State Beavers season. And again,
Isma Fernández.
awkward though it may be for a team based in the Eugene-Springfield area, a lot of Beaver faces on this Leyden United squad, and none bigger in more ways than one than Timothy Mueller. Jordan Jones, a Beaver as well. And Matthew Bersano has played for the Beavers, though he'll finish his collegiate career at Penn State. That's coming right for us. And a nice catch. And United, and there is someone. Also didn't catch De Luis make his way onto the pitch, but he has in fact made his way out there. And I think I saw 4 as well, so perhaps Arbogast as well. Someone's been given a talking to by the referee. We'll catch a number as soon as his back turns to us. And Cataluña, maybe a cramping issue or something muscular, is he sits down, and that is a number 4 out there for Leyden United. So someone let Matt Arbogast play. He's out there, not sure who he replaced or when he came on. Looks like he was Deion Jones who he replaced. As our trainer Cesar Ocampo comes to tend to Cristian Cataluña. Gets a bit of assistance from a Bellingham United player as well. And Kata will be assisted to the sideline. Lane United temporarily down to 10. Speaking of 10, we have 10 minutes left in this one, 81st minute. 5-0 showing on the scoreboard for Lane United as number 5 is assisted to the bench, or able to walk to the touchline under his own power. We'll see if he returns to the match. Here come the Reds again. Sasivarevic.
Substitution for Lane United FC. Coming in for number 5, Cristian Cataluña. Number 26, Edgar Gomez.
It'll be Edgar Gomez for Cristian Cataluña, so most likely not a positionally like-for-like switch. Cataluña is just going to walk the rest of this game off. Back for Armando Fio. Fio, who may well get a full 90-minute run here, and that's got to feel absolutely great for him. The injury struggles that he has had these past 24 months. Had a knee surgery, knee issue, surgically repaired, and then the first time he hit the field again, it was injured again, so he lost another year to recovery, and then made an appearance against the Vancouver Victory, and today got the start for Lane United and has yet to be subbed off. Edgar Gomez with the touch. Now a ball for Armando Fio. Sasivarevic streaking behind him. Back for Stadler. Stadler upright, looks for a man. Gets it to Christian De Luis, who's been a stalwart defensively for Lane United. Now Binder, speedy little midfielder. To the wing, Vandervelde to touch. Vandervelde still on the ball. Now back for Gomez, but he lost it. Bellingham takes it away, 83rd minute. Chasing it down is Bellingham, but 3 red jerseys there and only 1 for him to pass to. Stadler defensively. Knocked out of play. Goal kick coming. Edgar Gomez. Gomez, one of the elder statesmen of the Lane United club. But a giveaway there from Edgar. Bellingham chance, one of their best of the match. And Arbogast on the ball. Good slide there. Vandervelde finding Jordan Jones. Jones still on the ball into the box. Played through, and Devontae Small tried to get back to him. Still Lane United on the ball. It's Binder now. Binder. Collision, no call. Armando Fio. Fio will take his time. Now Binder on it again. Matthias Binder had it taken away, got it back, and then lost it one more time. '85th minute. Then United have scored 5 times and are preserving the shutout. Jonathan Stadler there, rather, doing a good job tackling that one away, preserving that shutout. Throw in for Bellingham, 85th minute. Out of play. Another throw in. This time it's Lane United's ball. And then this time the throw in coming the other way again for Bellingham as we tiptoe toward the end of this one. Can't imagine we'll see too much stoppage time. Been a pretty cleanly played game. Not too much to speak of in the second half when Devontae Small is intercepted. Bellingham on the ball now. And now it's taken away by the Reds, Devontae Small. Jordan Jones in the middle. Still it's Devontae Small, though, toward the box, and Small has a piece taken out of him. Bellingham thought they won the ball there, but instead it's a free kick coming for Lane United. Binder perhaps to take the free kick after the referee marches off 10 yards. Would like to take this moment to thank my cameraman for much of the year, Josh Carter. Chris Burke, of course, the media coordinator and producer. Had to fill in when Dylan Lee left for the second most of the season. Lane United's PA announcer is Andrew Murray. Spanish tweets provided by Ali Rodriguez. A thank you to everybody else involved with this media team. Been a great ride with you all season long. And hope to see you folks, the listeners and the viewers, back next year. Jordan Jones on the ball now. Jones towed away. Corner kick coming, Lane United. Another chance to find Jordan Jones' head. And wouldn't it be great in the last 2.5 minutes of the home season to find just that one more goal to cap it off with a firework. Corner played short for Edgar Gomez into the box. Now back around the horn go Lane United. Chipped through. Bellingham plays it away. And United trying to win it back. It's Matthias Binder. Good defense from Binder. Forces it out of play. Didn't touch it though, so it's Lane's throw-in. Dirk Vanderveld. Amer Sasivarevic. Amer's had a couple of assists this year. Looking for one more. Goes for Edgar Gomez. Gomez thought about the shot, took a moment longer. Now Jordan Jones, and it's taken away. Stadler. Back for Arbogast to Binder. Binder plays forward, trying to find Jones. Would have been offside, is offside. 89th minute. Goal kick there by Bellingham. Bounces around, heads in the midfield, and now eventually it's Lane United's ball again. Binder with, I'm not entirely sure, up and out of play. Kick to the fullback there for Bellingham. Off the body of Devontae Small, right back to him. 30 seconds left in regular time. And goes over the head of Stadler, and Bellingham's chance to make something of it goes away very quickly as the Reds take the ball back. 10 seconds left, regular time. And into stoppage time, and the referee has plans. That will do it for us for the 2015 home season, and that will do it for us for this game. 5-0, the final score. Big kudos to Matthew Bersano. It could have looked a lot different for him today. Had a lot of opportunities to just sort of force himself to stay awake. He was equal to every single one of them. And then Lane United able to score 5 times, none of them better than Richy Hurtado's gorgeous golazo to make it 2-0. Jordan Jones also scored at least 2 other times, possibly a hat trick. We'll have to go to the video on that first goal. For now, it goes down as Isma Fernández, Hurtado with the second, Jordan Jones with the third and fourth, Amer Sasivarevic with the fifth. One more time, my cameraman's Josh Carter, the media coordinator and producer Chris Burke. My color commentator all year long, but not today, is Gabriel Hernandez. PA announcer has been Andrew Murray, and Spanish tweets provided by Ali Rodriguez. For the entire Lane United media crew, my name is Isaac Rosenthal. Thank you so much for sticking with us all season. In the words of Cox Sparrow, we're coming back, just not until next year. We will see you then, and one more away game, a big one against Calgary. So we'll hope the Reds show up for that one. Thank you so much for being along for the ride with us all year, and have a great day.